In an earlier class, we went through from our self-defense handbook on page 21, the first three of the general principles. Now remember from the self-defense handbook, which most of you should have by now, and if you don't, get in touch with me, we worked through in the first half all the psychology of self-defense. So we're starting with avoiding situations, then moving into de-escalating, and if you're unable to de-escalate a situation, you're going to have to respond, and finally the recovery if that happens. Page 21 that we're focusing on is just around the general principles of self-defense, of responding in particular. So last time we did the first three around position. This time we're going to do the next four around responding. I'll read them first and I'm going to partner in and illustrate what I'm talking about. First one, adapt your kicks. Kicks such as front snap kick, turning kick and side piercing kick should be adapted for low targets only, so below the belt. Don't telegraph your response. In self-defense, you need to move quickly without telegraphing your technique. This means attacking without backward motion when your opponent doesn't expect it. Respond with speed. The attacker will not wait to be hit. Speed also increases your power, through acceleration of course, so that you are able to deliver a technique with maximum force to an appropriate vital spot. And be simple and effective, so you want to use simple, effective techniques with the attacking tool that's closest to a good vital spot, rather than being too telegraphed. So if I can pull my partner in now, first through adapting your kicks. So from here, it's great, these are lovely sexy things that we're doing, taekwondo, nice high kicks, oh gee they're beautiful. Do that in self-defense, someone grabs your leg, you're on your bum and you're in trouble. So if you can develop power here, how much power do you think you can develop here? It's really good for developing your leg muscles and it's beautiful doing those kicks. In self-defense, you want to keep them all down here. So you've got your front kicks here, you've got your pressing kicks to the knees, you've got your turning kicks where you use your shin and pop into the thigh where you give somebody a dead leg. Your knees as well, you want your knees coming forwards. If I've got my partner bent over and I throw my knee upwards, it's a natural instinct for her to grab my leg. That's a bad position for me to be in. So I want to throw my knees mostly forwards here, unless something happens which gives me the opportunity to go upwards. So all of your kicks down low, nice and strong here. So practicing that on pad work's really, really important. The second one was around not telegraphing the response. We spend a lot of time in taekwondo working on backward motion, right? From here, we're going one, relax, two, this way. Do that in self-defense, you're going to get seen. It has a very valuable purpose, learning to do these things with backward motion, because it teaches you how to use all of your body to develop power. Once you've done a few thousand of those or a few 100,000 of those, you're applying the same principles from a fast position here without backward motion. That is more likely to hit than this is, because your opponent can react to that instinctively, even without thinking about it, it can happen. So from here I want to be straight in, nice and quick with short, sharp movements with no backward motion. Same thing when I'm kicking, it's just boom, here, boom, this way. Okay? So no backward motion, just straight in. The third one, responding with speed. We know that forces less times acceleration. Don't need to spend too much time on this. If I'm doing that, I'm going to push my partner. I don't want to be pushing, I want to be smashing and destroying. So boom, here, fast. All of the movements makes it harder to see them coming. And then the last one of the four for responding is about being simple and effective. So wherever you are, there's really good drills. We've practiced doing this in class. From here, I'm not going to throw my back knee from here, because this is closer. Here, this is much closer. Here, grabbing the ear is much closer than anything I can do with my other hand. The closest thing here might be my biceps coming in to smash into the face here. Now I'm around behind. Now my knee is very close. Here, very, very close. I've got the nose here, so very short, sharp, quick movements. Whatever is closest to the target, use it. That means you're not necessarily going to be going for primary targets immediately. You just want to be fast and inflict pain to get a response on your way to your primary targets. There are some situations where your opponent might not feel pain, but you want them to feel something, and you also want to break their balance. So when I'm going in here, even if my opponent isn't feeling this, I want that reaction, because from here I can get somewhere where I can create more vital damage, ultimately going for the throat of the ice to finish things off. Okay, so they're the four principles. Once more, these principles are around responding. We have position, respond and commit. For respond, adapting our kicks, keeping them low. Don't telegraph your techniques, go straight in, responding with speed, and making sure you are simple and effective with all of your movements, getting the closest tool into the vital spot wherever you happen to be. Remember the tools that are useful for self-defense, which are also in the book, things like your open fists, your fingertips, all of those sorts of things are possibly more useful than punches, particularly if you haven't done a lot of conditioning in your fists. So open fists are really, really good. Hard tool, soft target. Hard target, soft tool. Okay, nice and strong. Okay, thank you. Enjoy that. Practice that again using a washing line or a tool or just some target, and practice those sorts of movements. If you're kicking low, your washing line might be a bit hard for your shins, so you might want to wrap a couple of towels around it and just go gently, but just practice that movement more than anything else. And thinking about, you know, your ranges and things that we did last time and all of those sorts of things. If you've got a partner you can work with, particularly make sure someone that trusts you, work carefully, slowly and gently on those drills that we do to get to the closest tool to the closest target. In fact, we'll go through one of those now with my partner again, just to demonstrate. If you have a partner you can work with, remember there's two drills that we can do. The first one, very, very useful. Start with an attack coming in, doesn't matter what the attack is. Now from here, I'm going to think of 3 different techniques I can do from this position, just from where I happen to end up. One, maybe I could come over this way, but she's going to feel that because I've got tactile stuff here. Underneath here might be one. Driving a knee in here might be one. I could actually use my head here. And then out of the 3 that I come up with, from the same position, I'm going to choose one. I might choose this one, just smacking as hard as I can and spinning this way. Now from this position, I'm going to choose 3. Now I could use my knee, that's 1. I can come back with this hand on the back of the head, that's 2. This hand here is still kind of locked up. I can grab with that hand, that's nice. I like that. I can combine 2 and 3. So from there, I'm going to choose 1. I'm going to combine this one with coming around to the back of the head here. Now 3 more from this position. Maybe from here I might drop an elbow. From here I might grab the here. Okay, so take from every movement you end up in, return to that position, do 3, choose 1, do it gently, get the physical response as my wife's giving me here, and then from this position do 3 new ones, and then choose 1 and go on to the next position. So that's the first drill. The second drill is a 3 count. So whatever the attack comes in to start with, I'm prepared for an attack because I'm feeling comfortable. Oh, attack's coming in here. This is where I've ended up. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take the fingers first. 1. Now what's my next movement? So I'm going to slowly, 1, 2, 3. Here's my next movement. 1, 2, 3. I'm grabbing the ear. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to, actually no, I have to transfer the body weight to do that. I don't like it. Bicep pop here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come back on those fingers and drop down this way. And just keep going until your partner's a blubbery mess on the floor or, you know, that sort of stuff. So 1, 2, 3 movement, 1, 2, 3 movement. Okay, so if you've got a partner, there's some really good drills to work with. If you haven't got a partner, just practice those principles alone and with a couple of targets, like a washing line or something like that, that you can work with. Okay, enjoy. Thank you. Oh, did I stop it?